there are very few cars that command presence much like the BMW 7 Series, even more much like the 760 Li. Right from the start, nothing caught my attention on it as much as the slimmed out headlights with what BMW calls their full LED laser light technology. The significantly enlarged kidney grille is probably not of a surprise considering the 7 Series is the largest sedan that is made by Bavarian Motorworks. Stepping aboard is a conventional layout steering wheel with chromed out high-quality buttons for controls of the phone, voice command system, as well as a little rotary knob in the center. However, this particular vehicle had a low battery, so everything kept switching off. There is a rotary knob in the center that controls and manipulates information displayed on the multifunctional display that sits right on top of the dashboard. For this G11 generation of BMW 7 Series, it came with BMW's iDrive 7 system with voice command and gesture control. With multiple battery warnings, I had no chance of testing that. There is also a digital gauge cluster with a V12 badge reminding you of the power plant in this vehicle. There is physical buttons for the air conditioning, massage, heated and cooling functions of the seats, as well as functions for the radio. It's something this generation carried on, despite having digital touchscreens. In between the overhead lighting is a little button that controls the sunroof. Coming down the center console is another V12 badge next to the button for the parking, as well as a nice solid shifter in glossy piano black. Both the writing on the shifter as well as the chromed out buttons have a red lighting accent. A nice wood trim piece stretches across the dashboard from the passenger all the way to the driver's end, giving off an extra layer of elegance. Even more controls are laid out in the door handles for the window functions as well as the blinders. Then behind the steering wheels are the controls for the headlights in different settings for intensity. And in the A-pillar is the Bose and Wilkins stereo system. Being a full-size luxury sedan, the BMW 760 Li has more attention to the rear occupant. As I sat in the rear plush seat, I felt spoiled of legroom. Behind the front seat headrest is the optional BMW touchscreen infotainment systems mounted behind both seats. As it became a norm by now, even the entertainment system was plagued with the battery issues. Although I'm not sure if it ended up affecting the lagginess or the freezing of the screen that I experienced at one point. The two independent tablets displayed similar information to the forward infotainment system in a vertical fashion. There is various settings ranging from the phone, the media player, as well as the vehicle and individual entertainment settings. For the sake of the video, I had to keep trying. The media settings house radio, TV and other functions related to entertainment. But nonetheless, my attention was more grabbed on the car settings, which had a render of a nice 3D graphics of this BMW 7 Series with a matching color of its exterior. Below this beautiful car animations are functions for comfort, climate, displays as well as general settings. As I selected the seat comfort, a 3D render of the seat appeared with different setting positions. The seats themselves have a climate feature which controls the intensity of heating, illuminated in red corresponding to the amount of heating. Whilst on the navigation display, the vehicle defaulted to its current location. However, for the most part, my attention was grabbed with the seat settings that I continued to play with for a while. The depth of the menu in the BMW's iDrive system was astounding. For example, the massage functions had different settings for the shoulders, lumbar as well as upper body functions, all being shown with interesting 3D graphics of the seat. The center console of the vehicle stretches all the way to the rear with the secondary climate control systems that has physical buttons and rotary knobs for adjusting the amount of heating and cooling that you get from the vehicle. The rear seating in the 7 Series is absolutely phenomenal. The seats are covered in fine Napo leather with extended quilting, available in mocha, cognac color choices as part of an optional luxury package. There is also soft headrest pillows, for which the three-dimensional surface quilting extends all over the soft, gorgeous leather on the seats with perforations that create a luxury sense of refinement. Between the two rear seats is a central storage compartment that will normally house a mini refrigerator if the vehicle is spec'd for the option. The rear armrests are also covered in the dark fine leather, in front of which there is a housing for a mini tablet that seems to be missing in this particular vehicle. There are 2 cup holders for the rear occupants with both heated and cooled functions. Enjoying such comfort spoils in this luxurious environment, the 7 Series compares very well to its older brother, the Rolls-Royce Phantom. With the spirit of ecstasy standing with all her pride on top of this chromed-out grille, the Rolls-Royce Phantom is the final statement of bespoke-built luxury. It almost feels like having the satisfaction of a holy pilgrim entering the presence of a Rolls-Royce Phantom. The Phantom makes you feel important. If you're not, it gives you a reason to be, because this is the finest handcrafted vehicle in the whole world, as its individual vehicle is independently customized. If your chauffeur is not around to close the door for you, a little button near the D-pillar can do it for you. Whilst in the BMW 760 Li, the little cousin of the Phantom, the doors have to be operated manually. However, that's not to say it is not a special car. The Phantom is just a little more special, even giving you the ability to admire yourself from the mirror. From the front, it is the most perfect combination of the most premium veneers laid down by the most talented artisans and the best engineers in the automotive industry. Both the BMW 7 Series and the Rolls-Royce are powered by V12 engines, putting out 602 and 454 horsepower respectively. The Phantom is also available with the option for a mini refrigerator as well as infotainment systems behind the front seats. The 7 Series, on the other hand, is a refinement of the best technology of its day. It's not just comfort, the rear seats also have multi-way adjustability, thanks to the embedded electric motors that can be operated by a few buttons next to the center console. The backrest function is right in the center. It pushes the entire seat into the forward position, giving you a nice forward lean. Or it can be retracted deep into the back. The forward button provides function for the forward and backward movement of the seat, as well as providing a function of tilt, giving a nice support for the upper part of your legs. Besides the backrest support, there is also a button for the head restraints, which moves the upper portion of the seat forward to give you a nice comfortable position to relax for a long trip. Along with that, there is also lumbar support and many functions too. Just like in the front seats, there is controls embedded in the side walls of the rear seats. The most forward controls are for the sunshades for the doors to give you a little bit of that extra privacy, or just to reduce the amount of lighting. Then one of the back buttons is for controlling the rear sunshade. all once again to give you an extra layer of privacy. Along with that, there's a little storage bin in the side of the door, or at least it may be used as an ashtray of high quality material. The BMW 760 is also equipped with nice ambient lighting that creates a visual tone of luxury. There's a vast selection of colors from blue and white, green and white, lilac, blue, and many others, which are strips of LED that run throughout the cabin, giving off an immaculate sensation of attention to detail. From the external view, gracefully proportioned and wearing the V12 emblem behind the half-master kink, the vehicle has an alluring look, well finished in this metallic brown. The slimmed out proportions of the rear LED 3-dimensional rear lights also give the vehicle astounding amounts of appeal to a vehicle worthy of being the ultimate sports sedan. As we move on to the new generation of the BMW 7 Series, we embrace the changes and advancements in technologies that this new vehicle brings. However, among such changes is the new look of the front of the vehicle, with slimmed out proportions of headlights, split up, and a massive grille in the front. Love it or hate it, this is the new look of the BMW 7 Series going forward. It's a polarizing image that is a radical departure from what we're used to seeing from Bavarian Motorworks, alongside an interior with the highest levels of luxury the ultimate luxury sedan should have. The conflict between the external looks and the technology it embeds inside will be a curse the new BMW 7 Series will carry for quite some time to come. Thank you for watching.